Whoever wants to join and watch my live stream, like, subscribe, and have a nice day, and I hope your life will be good. If you want me to do dares, I'll do that. If you want stream snipe, you're allowed to. Just tell me if you want me to play a match where you can able to join me. I'm gonna go to where should I go? Tilted, Moot Lake, or that place? I'm going there. Better stay away from all the people. How's that even a thing? There should be no way you can be able to do that. Okay then. Feisty people are here. Alright, 1 second, let me invite someone. Invite. Yeah, right thing. Okay. Wrong thing. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Yay, you're here. I was wondering if you want to join me inside this thing or something, because I want to see how this is. It's like a 2 companion or 1 companion. And why is my game lagging so much? Okay, but yeah. What? That made no sense. He was destroying that without... It must be one of those glitches. I wish they had classic arms still. Okay. Both microphone auto is gameplay are being brought. Okay, whatever that means. surprised I got killed so easily in this. No, I did hide, not retry to fight. And he had a weapon, I didn't. So, Oh wow. You were up there already? Okay, whatever. At least he's gone. And he left the party. Oh, ooh, that's better use. More, it has accuracy and speed. Think I messed up. There you go. Bounce pad, no. Hunting or sniper rifle, I'll take that actually. Shotgun, I'll take that over this. I'm actually going to swap all of this. I think I messed up with that one. Okay, so yeah, I have everything I need. I'm inside a circle, so why not get more resources? I could get a bounce pad and this was here. I keep on doing this, not look everywhere, then get stuff, and when I get something from there, it automatically has it somewhere else. I hate that. It's like luck is not on my side. Wait, can it fall through here? Yes, it can. Okay. I'm hungry. I need to eat. Ammo, I'll take that. They're focused on each other. I'm letting them kill each other because I can kill the person who just killed that person. He doesn't even know I'm here. That's hilarious. Oh, should I go try to snipe him? But if I do that, he might hear me. He has no clue I'm here. This is perfect. I need back up some. Oh, yeah, I should. How does he not know I'm here? I'm taking this. Oh, wait. Never mind. That was too fast. Oh, he fell down. Come on. Oh my god, this is so funny. Is that, what type of legendary weapon is that? Looks like a minigun. I can't really tell. Oh, I almost got him. Perfect. He knows now, watch out for a ball though. So I have to be more careful though. Ooh. What type of guns over here? I'll take the shotgun, that's for sure. Uh-oh. No! I had to no! I could kill him! But I had to reload on that damn right. Dang it. I forgot to reload on that. Yeah, but good match though. Me being a dork. I'll be right back. I need to get some tea and other stuff. What is this song? I haven't heard this one before. Space Between. Sounds nice actually. Let's play it.
Time I used to look into my father's eyes.
Oh. This is an old song. The song's actually older than me. What's this one? Oh. I like that song, but I only like the original one. Listen to it. 4 people are coming here. Come on. I'm decided to try to step my game up. What? He did. How much health did I do to him? Wow, I got him to 30 health. Wow. But no, 50. So I got him about 10 HP. No, 19 HP. Yeah. Nope, not yet. Dang it. I'm not popular enough to have it where you can just look up live Fortnite and you see my channel. Dang it. Why not do this one? I wonder what this one is anyway.
Right now in Fortnite Battle Royale, you can now unlock 2 new free items. Total cost is 0 V-Bucks. Yo, what is up, guys? Aaron or Trey, welcome back to the Fortnite Battle Royale Season 8 video. Epic Games has blessed.
Okay then. It was right about floors lava. Man. Is it going to go around the whole entire area like a storm? That's what it looks like. Yeah, I think the lava's going to go all the way around the storm.
And when I hit the 100k V-Buck milestone, I'll be celebrating by buying a max V-Buck bundle for one random Fortnite. Be sure to let me know in the comment section down below what console or platform you are currently playing Fortnite on. I am on the PS4, so let me know what console or platform you're repping in the comments. Also, be sure to refresh me on how many V-Bucks you currently have right now in Fortnite. Be sure to join the team and press that subscribe button down below and press that notification bell. Join the notification squad. If you already have my notifications on, put hashtag NotiGang down below. We are almost at 1.2 million subscribers.
I'm guessing as the lava is going to flow upwards. Shotgun, very, very good. Where'd he go, kitty? Kitty cat, where do you go? I want to kill you, kitty.
It's available for Android, iOS, and PC.
I'm all macking game materials.
By simply choosing the game, the platform, and even your in-game name. Make sure to check out me in the description down below for links to iOS, Android, and PC. Trust me, it is worth it. So thank you once again to Moot for sponsoring me. Very often on the channel to keep the content as unlimited. But Loot is an awesome site, an awesome service, and definitely something you guys can go check out. So I'll leave those links in the description down below. With code ITAQYT active in the shop, we have the return of some pretty cool skins. The Wukong of the Dark Vanguard alongside the Tomato Head skin. Once again, thank you so much for using my code ITAQYT. The support and the love, it really means a lot. Also, a quick shout out to my recent ebook giveaway winners off my Twitter. Hopefully they're enjoying their ebooks topping those brand new skins. But as you can see, we're looking pretty good with our load up. Skin, semi-OG I got the paper carousel, the red version, we got the flames, we're looking good.
Stop using TNT, come on!
Something needs to change. The free items are now in Fortnite, so we gotta change this loadout. The brand new pack number 5 carbon. Items for absolutely no cost, 0 V-Bucks, literally the skin itself, 0 V-Bucks. With the ACD,
you bottle!
common umbrella, and the ultramarine poncho. As we stand at level 56 in Season 8 with our Tier 100 Battle Pass, we're going to hop into a match of some solo-ported Battle Royale. So I'm actually surprised that we got a celebration packet this fast, because we got the previous one maybe a month ago, a little bit more than a month ago, but we just got the Laguna pack, and then about a month ago from that, the Purple Starter pack. So,
no!
Lost the skin button,
damn it.
still have the new Bounty away, and dropping every day. Plus the equivalent of the V-Bucks of that. So we're getting like actually good skin bundles, whether they're free or very affordable, very regular basis now. This is last, 6 weeks, a little bit of Season 7 as well. And it's been pretty awesome because, cosmetic items are awesome in general. They do get expensive. It does add up. I know what people are talking about. But having just such convenience is awesome. And that guy got absolutely demolished. Thank you very much, Chief. Alright. Will the bait work? Come on, let's get it.
What?
That's how we do it, baby.
Oh, I didn't notice. Oh yeah, I did that shotgun thing.
Out of here. I love a nice little edit play. That's how you do it, baby. Oh, we're beaming them. Pushing this. Boy. Oh my god. A little bit too difficult there, but we still got the job done. Damn, that banana survived a long time. He's very ripe banana. Low on ammo. Low on everything. Oh, it's getting intense, boys. Will I stay alive? That's the number one question on my mind right now. I don't know if I can do this one. Oh no, the dynamites are coming in. Oh my god, get off of me, brother. Wow, we are in such a crazy position right now, but I can't believe we're doing it. Because right now we are. Alright, we got a little base going on in here. I feel like I'm going for the Fortnite World Cup right now, bro. I've been in here for so long. This is insane, guys. Oh my goodness. We gotta go. This guy was literally #1 World Cup practice player. Alright, we have 39 health with 5 kills, 11 left. Do I go for these down here?
I'm going body candle, that's the best area to go to.
Yes, it is wise. I think so. Yes.
Especially in a situation like that.
Did pretty good, but we're already right back into a fight. I got my boy cracked right there. Oh, I'm sorry, Chief. I know how those ones feel. I'm on the other end. I'm on your end very often. I'm sorry. Oh, bro. Sure. I gotta go loot this guy, because I killed him and never looted him. Let's go. You good? Got a little base going again. I can make this happen. I'm believing in your dream, boys.
Still my idea.
We have a fully remastered, rebuilt base for our own custom
That's
base.
okay. What? Even that lava does more damage than usually?
Alright. Base.
That's a cool feature.
We're gonna get this done.
Why did I pick up the shotgun? I was trying to pick up the ammo.
Make the mistake, show himself first. We're gonna try this done. Going to be showing himself first, so he can do his mistake. He's gonna be hiding in the corner for he went across the entire. We're gonna beat him. Oh my God.
Shotgun. Yes, better shotgun. Thank you. And why did you do that, butthole? One second.
Oh, I got you. Where is this dude? He is straight slumming it. This guy is in the field, dude.
Here we go.
Let's go.
Nope, that didn't work that time. It's okay.
The entire time. I can't believe that guy.
Yeah, that looks more intimidating with that. The lava is rising. Get to higher ground. The highest ground is the volcano, so this is my safest spot actually. And plus with its, I don't know, that thing pushes in the air even higher. But you won't able to fight people though. That's one thing. Uh-oh.
Got my head spinning, no kidding, keeping you down. What's going on in that beautiful mind?
I hate when it switches the voices to different things.
I'm so dizzy, don't know what hit me, but
Why not? I am so lucky it's going to be here. Oh wow, it actually shows you how much it is. There's full of lava. I wish I took the storm out and just have it raised with lava. But then again, people will last a lot longer too. Oh wow, actually goes over 500. Who is near me? I heard that. I heard that little glider. Okay, good. Stay away from me. Haha. They're teaming! They're teaming! That's against the rules! This is only... That's against the rules. It's solo. I'm not going to tell on them, but come on. That just makes it harder on me. Okay, there's loot down here. Glider, I'll take that. Minis, I'll definitely take that. I need that right now. No! Crap. Who killed me? Wow. I bet that's actually trapped there. If I fall for it. Dang it. Oh, I was thinking. I still think I was doing solo. That's the third time that happened to me. That is so funny. I need to invite a friend where I can keep track. Dang it. My game is lagging a significant amount. I wonder how much match you can get inside this. No, that's a lot of people. This isn't solo. There's no one with me. Thank you. Uh-oh. I was about to say, yeah, glitch for some odd reason. Oh. Ow. Chihuahua. I'm made out of lava, so why does lava hurt me? What? Oh, come on. Impulse grenade. Yes, I'll take that. Me1, just because that's the only weapon I have right now. Here, Will. Okay, no one went here. That's good. Launch pad. Deagle! Deagle's better than Port Fortress. But I gotta say, Port Fortress is actually pretty useful, so... I'll switch out for that. I'll take that. That one's better than that. That's why you don't come near me, or you're going to die, my friend. Of course the gingerbread man kills me, come on. Is that laser beam? No, his backpack's not the right one. He always has that little guy. As long as these two songs for a chance I do one person and another. I hate those type of ones. No, too high pitch. No. 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 Sure. You are keep on copying my idea. Why? Fine, I'll go here then. No! Yeah. Banana skin, come on. Why have to do that? We could have been buddies. Come on. Different song. Shut up and dance for me. That's when this word changes. No. Wow, what the?
15. Graveyard hide and seek. Have you ever played hide and seek in a graveyard? It's probably a good idea not to, as you'll learn from this scary story, posted on Reddit by Prancing Unicorn. The Redditor says that she and her friends decided to play a late-night game of hide and seek in an abandoned local graveyard in Australia, which had about 30 stones strewn amongst tall grass and trees. The occupants ranged from 5 years old to 80 years old, with the newest being over 70 years old. Though they first visited the place during the day, it took on a different form at night, one of horror, and so the game began. The Redditor hid near a fence in the long grass, and it took a while for anyone to find her. 10 minutes in and she heard nearby grass move. Being Australia, the girl knew that whatever was moving there could take her life, so she crouched near a stone so as to remain hidden, but also be in a position of defense. She waited there and felt the temperature noticeably drop. Then, in her own words, "I feel someone touch my shoulder." The voice of a 5-year-old girl whispers right next to my ear, "You're it." Yeah, no. Get out of there as quickly as possible. That's what the girl did, screaming the whole way. She told her friends what happened, and they all raced down the hill to the gate. Looking back up at the graveyard, the Redditor claims they saw a young girl in old clothes playing amongst the stones. "Fastest I've ever run in my life," she writes. "I don't blame you." Number 14. Hide and seek gone bad. Jacqueline V shared this paranormal car-based hide and seek story. She and her friends were playing hide and seek in their cars around town. One of their friends hid their car in a driveway on the abandoned property of what used to be a mental hospital. When Jacqueline and her partner couldn't find them, they called them to see where they were. The others flashed their headlights. Afterwards, they started to return to town. Strangely, their radio suddenly turned on. When Jacqueline turned it off, it turned on again. It did this repeatedly. Then the car's headlights turned off. They pulled into a store parking lot and called the others, who returned to find the car's headlights blinking on and off on their own. When they told their friends what had happened, the others didn't believe them. They wanted to return to the driveway of the old mental hospital, so they did in their friend's car. When they got there, the car shut off and wouldn't restart. It took them 10 minutes to get it back going. Curiosity got the best of them, and the next night they decided to return to another area of the mental hospital. When one of their friends went to turn the doorknob, someone started knocking on the other side. Who was it? Was someone squatting in the abandoned hospital and trying to scare them off? I guess we'll never know for sure. Number 13. Summer camp. What's more fun than playing hide and seek at camp? You'll find out that almost anything is. This story takes us back to 1971 Camp Nook Creek, where a camp counselor decided to start a game of hide and seek with his campers. He was the first seeker, and he sent the campers out to hide. 2 hours later, and all the kids had been found, apart from James Lacey. As the hours ticked by, the game was called, and the campers were sent to bed, while the counselors searched for the remaining hider. James remained hidden. Even a police search didn't turn anything up. The camp ended up closing for the summer, and for years thereafter. 3 years later, a camp counselor was setting up the canoe area for new campers when he flipped over one of the canoes. A horrid smell filled the air. Beneath the canoe, he discovered James passed away. He had become trapped there. as was clear by the scratch marks on the underside of the wooden canoe. If this story is fully true, then this was a horrible event that every camp counselor should consider while setting up activities. Number 12, storage locker.
Okay, good. You're going over there.
Sometimes the scariest and saddest hide-and-seek
No,
stories are
come
not about the
on.
supernatural or
Again.
mystery, but about the real-life events that unfold during what should be a fun children's game.
What is that
In
gun?
2011, a 10-year-old
No, that's
girl
Vangelis.
was
I'm going
playing
over here
hide-and-seek
then.
with her cousins who were visiting. They played during the late-night hours after the adults in the household had gone to bed. The 10-year-old loved to hide in difficult places. In fact, she was known for it. Phoenix Police Sergeant Trent Klump told the New York Daily News, "She has hidden before and took pride in not being found. She once hid beneath a barbecue unit, once hid in a dryer. This time she hid inside a storage locker made of wood and metal that was in the yard, and authorities believe she couldn't escape. She passed away in there due to lack of oxygen, and wasn't found until the next morning by her family, who went searching for her. They tried to revive her with CPR, but she was pronounced passed away at the scene. A horrible event for this family serves as a reminder to others that life is precious and can be gone in an instant, even during an innocent game of hide-and-seek." Number 11, Dirty Feet, submitted by Marine from the Philippines. This hide-and-seek will be sure to turn your stomach. Marine was it as she played the game with her 3 cousins at her aunt's house. When she turned facing the door to count, she heard what she described as a creepy, high-pitched laugh. She thought it was her cousin, though it didn't sound quite like her. It sounded like someone laughing and crying at once. She continued counting and then started her search. After finding 2 of her cousins, they couldn't find the remaining one. They shouted for her to come out, that they'd given up. In her own words, "After a moment of complete silence, we all heard a laugh, the same one I heard before, but it was coming from behind the curtains. We walked closer to the curtain and saw a pair of dirty feet sticking out. Marine told her cousin to come out already, and from behind them her cousin did. She'd been hiding in the bathroom. Their hearts leapt in their chests as they turned back to the curtain and pulled it open. No one was there, but the laughter. Whose feet did they see? I guess we'll never know." Number 10, Ill-Fated Game. If child ghosts aren't enough to keep you out of the graveyard, this story should. A young couple and their child were playing hide-and-seek in Denmark's largest graveyard, in Copenhagen, when a headstone collapsed, taking the life of a 2-year-old. The child's parents called paramedics, but it was too late. The area was cordoned off as forensic teams examined the location. Kenneth Jensen, who investigated the matter, stated, "The 24-year-old father and 23-year-old mother had gone to the graveyard to play with their son, as they often do. We will examine the site with our technicians. It's unclear if the stone was aged and had crumbled, or not secure in its foundation, or both. What is clear is that no good can come from playing in graveyards." Number 9, The Hand. 2 brothers were playing hide-and-seek while their parents were away. The older brother was it. He counted facing the wall while his little brother ran off to hide. The little brother must have been an expert hider, because the older one couldn't find him. He spent ages looking everywhere for him, until he heard a scraping sound coming from the cupboard. Must be him, he thought. He yelled out to his brother to no avail. Nothing but chilling silence. There was nothing left to do but open the cupboard. He walked toward it, bent down, reached for the handle, and bent lower to peer inside. That's when an icy cold hand reached out of the cupboard and grabbed him. Screaming in fright, he at first thought the hand was his brother's, but then he heard his younger brother yell out from behind him. Somehow the older brother broke free from the icy grasp and ran screaming out of the house, his younger brother in tow. The question remains, whose hand was in the cupboard? Number 8, Stravina Cave. Redditor INAAACE and his family had just moved to Montenegro from Bosnia. At about 9 years old, the Redditor had trouble adjusting to his new home, but eventually started making friends who liked to play hide and seek. One night, the Redditor's best friend Vesco suggested that they play in the nearby Stravina Cave, a place which was commonly off limits to children and was supposedly haunted or cursed. How so? One tale told that a homeless man had slept inside the cave and was found the next morning, having aged 30 years from sheer terror. The man allegedly never spoke of the horrors he'd experienced in Stravina that night. Even more sinister was the tale of a group of rebel children who fought the Turkish emperor during the 15th century. The Turkish emperor called for their heads, and when their headquarters in the Stravina cave was discovered, the entire group was found headless. Of course, this modern group of hide-and-seekers didn't take heed of these scary stories, thinking them nothing more than myths and legends, and so the kids set out for Stravina Cave. They decided to alter the game a little. Once the seeker found someone, they'd try and guess who it was, and the correct guess would result in the old switcheroo. The seeker would also have to enter deep into the dark cave and spin around to disorient himself, and that certainly worked. Our Redditor was the first seeker. He spun around while counting to 10, and when he opened his eyes, he was completely lost. He couldn't find anyone and heard nothing but water dripping. After a while of searching, he finally came across someone who he thought was his neighbor Marina. After he guessed and received no response, he continued his search as per the rules. Shortly after, he heard heavy breathing behind him. He felt it on his neck. He thought it was his friend Vesco. He grabbed the person's shirt and felt that it was ripped in several spots.
Just only whip, nothing else. So let your hand slay the enemy servants.
When he again received no response, he continued until he bumped into someone extremely cold. Although he reached down and felt the person's smiling face and gasped, there was still no response. Fed up, he decided to leave. On the way out of the cave entrance, he tripped, and his friend group started laughing. They were all standing there 20 yards outside of the cave. When the Redditor asked his friends how they'd beat him out of the darkness, they'd responded that they'd never gone in. The Redditor insisted to his friends that there were people inside the cave. When they wouldn't believe him, he responded to the mouth of Stravina. Though he couldn't see anyone, he felt them. And just as he was turning to leave, a cold, wet hand grabbed his arm and started to squeeze with vice-like grip. After a struggle, the Redditor managed to release the thing's grip before sprinting off, as his friends stood by laughing. "I never went back to Stravina Cave," he wrote. Neither would we under any circumstances. Number 7. The Man in the Window. Playing hide-and-seek outside with his cousin and a friend, Roy Bat Gaming entered an old abandoned house nearby to hide inside. He found the perfect spot in a closet and was waiting there for a half hour. When he fell asleep, he woke up to footsteps downstairs. At first,
Best spot looks like it's there or
but the
here.
noise was erratic, and the footsteps started
I want to see
racing
this
up the
lava.
stairs. Roy feared whatever it was, so he stayed quiet. The noises came right up to the closet,
Wow.
and then they stopped. After a while, Roy
wow.
opened the closet door, fearing for his life, but no one was there. He raced out of the house so fast that he only turned back to look. When he was back inside his uncle's house, what he saw was chilling. A man stared back from the window. Was he real or a ghost? With no other info provided, we may never know what was actually happening in that home. Number 6. The Imaginary Friend. Have you ever played a game with an imaginary friend? Redditor PM me for Small Talk has. She writes that when she was about 4 years old, she had an imaginary friend named Allie, an older girl, who she liked to play hide-and-seek in the backyard with. When the Redditor told her mom about Allie, her mother paled a bit and told her that Allie wasn't real. Flash forward about 12 years later, after the imaginary friend had left and the Redditor was now 16. Having spent many years playing hide-and-seek with Allie, she no doubt had come to the conclusion that she'd made Allie up, but did she? At 16, the girl's mom told her that before she was born, The mom had given birth to a girl who'd passed away of lung complications. The girl's name, Allie. In the Redditor's own words, my mom tells me that it was probably all a coincidence since a divorce was going on during that time and I wanted a friend. But I still remember everything about Allie, and I refuse to believe it was all pretend. I'm not sure if a ghost friend is any better than an imaginary one, but I guess we'll never know for sure if Allie was real or not. Number 5. The laundry room. John DeMacopoulos shared
I'm
his
so lucky.
story with viral thread. At 3 a.m. one summer, John and his sister were playing a basement game of hide and seek. Of course, basements are innately scary, but apart from that, there was a boiler room in this one, and it would turn out a haunted laundry room. After checking the boiler room and coming up empty, John went to the laundry room. Instead of going in the room, he peeked through a hole in the wall to see if his sister was inside. Although he couldn't see her face, he saw her hiding in the room. He shouted her name, saying he'd found her. He told her to come out, but she wouldn't budge. He repeatedly shouted for about a minute, when suddenly his sister turned up behind him, scaring the nightmares out of him. They both had a meltdown, as they realized whoever was hiding in the laundry room was neither of them. They raced upstairs and told their mom, who, baseball bat in hand, accompanied them to the basement. Slowly they opened the laundry room door, entered and turned on the light. Nobody, nothing. Did John see a ghost? What do you think? Number 4. One man hide and seek. Have you heard of this game? Well, a lot of Redditors have. If you do a quick search, you'll find loads of stories about the game. For those who've never heard of it, here's a quick rundown. First off, it's a ritual for speaking with those in the afterlife. According to sources, the spirits which are wandering restless on the earth are always looking for bodies to possess. In this ritual, you will summon a spirit by offering it a doll instead of a human body. The ritual involves a stuffed doll and rice to put in it, and a needle and a red thread, a set of nail clippers, a knife or pair of scissors, salt, and a bathtub. Oh yeah, and a room with a TV in it, along with your hiding place. It is hide and seek after all. Well, I won't walk you through the entire step-by-step process. You're supposed to remove the doll stuffing, put some personal items in it, often fingernail clippings, fill it back up with rice and give it a name. Soon you'll be playing hide and seek with that doll. Who will be it after you find the doll and put a knife through it? There's a lot of instructions for this game that you're supposed to follow to the T, or else something bad will happen. If it does, you may see something creeping around or strangeness happening to the TV. After completing the ritual successfully, you're supposed to burn the doll. With this all in mind, let's look at one Redditor's experience of one man hide and seek. Posted by Apollo Lol, the Redditor used a Cookie Monster doll for the game, and he played it with his friend Nick. Not really one man hide and seek, off to a bad start. With Nick on board, the boys cut the doll open in his bedroom and followed the instructions, filling it with rice, sewing it up, and naming it Jeff. The problem was, the game is supposed to be played at 3 a.m. They did this all at 6 p.m. and then left the doll in Nick's room. When they returned at 2:55 a.m., they found the doll gone. Must have started the game of hide and seek early. They soon found it behind the bed, and at 2:59 a.m. went to the bathroom to begin the ritual. They followed each step carefully. Nick poked the doll and ran to hide. The TV was on and it was staticky. After laying in wait for a few minutes hiding, they were just about to get up when they heard footsteps. As they waited, the TV suddenly turned off by itself. They raced into the bathroom to find the Jeff doll wasn't where they'd left it in the sink. Instead, it was leering behind them. They finished the game out shouting, "I win, I win, I win," and throwing Jeff outside into the cold. The next day, the Redditor says he burned the doll, but he believes it continues to haunt him and his friends. They moved out of the house, he writes, but for some reason, each night he finds blue fluff on the ground from the doll, and I occasionally hear tapping. Don't turn around. Number 3, hiding the living. Victoria09 shares her haunting tale of hide and seek from Westminster, Colorado. When she was 12, she was playing hide and seek with her aunt and 4-year-old cousin. The house they lived in at the time had a creepy vibe, like someone was staring at you. Victoria was the only one to hear or see things in the house, and it made her think she was going crazy. Things would be turned on when they were off before, like the radio or the lights, but no one thought anything of it. Anyway, back to the game. They started counting and then set out to find the 4-year-old. They looked everywhere and could not find her. A half hour had gone by and they had searched in every nook and cranny. They started getting worried and told the girl she had to come out now, repeating it over and over again. An hour later, and suddenly the girl ran out of one of the rooms they checked repeatedly. She said, "I was right here all this time." The room had nothing but a suitcase, bed, and closet inside. Not anywhere that they could have missed her. When she told her grandma about what had happened that night, Grandma said, in Victoria's words, "What do you think you're doing playing games like that at night? Do you not know that in our culture, the passed away can hide the living by just stepping in front of them?" Cue the chills. I bet Victoria never dared play hide and seek in that house again. Number 2. One Man Hide and Seek Part 2. Yet another detailed account of the ritual One Man Hide and Seek that we mentioned earlier. According to M33KS, creepy events unfolded even before the ritual had begun.
What the? Nothing is worse than your ball sack. Have you ever nicked your ball sack? Manscaped Lawnmower 2.0 was specifically designed to make landscaping easy. I'm talking butt, balls, body, even the gooch. Featuring skin-safe technology. So you can trim your hedges in the shower. The powerful 6,000 RPM motor ensures an easy cut, even through the thickest bushes.
When they were preparing the doll, sewing it up after filling it with rice, it purportedly began shaking. They took this step to smudge sage around the areas where they'd been completing the ritual, the bathroom, the living room, and the bedroom. In order to cleanse the space, they also put it on the soles of their feet, in their socks, and within their mouths. They lined the rooms they wouldn't be using with rock salt, as well as the mirrors, in order that the spirits would know these areas were off limits. During all this, they heard the sound of scuffling, then a door opening. They passed it off as maybe coming from the neighbor's house, but when the author opened the bedroom door, he backed right in, because the closet door had opened of its own accord outside. Regardless, they still wanted to move forward with the ritual. When things were all set, they began the ritual at 3 a.m. After doing the ritualistic steps and poking the doll, they went to hide. They heard sounds in the entrance of the kitchen and the bathroom. They filled their mouths with salt water and waited. Then they went to look. In the bathroom, the door bounced against the wall as it opened, again of its own accord. They spit their salt water on the doll, poked at it again, stopped. Its friend's home. Follow button to find out. It's...
There's something underneath of that box. Oh, hell no!
Top 5 scary things caught on camera. Scary people. Dumpster diving. So if you're not familiar with dumpster diving, which probably includes most of the people who are not in the US, it's basically scrounging through garbage dumpsters, usually behind department stores or businesses, to find valuable things or items that have been thrown out. Well, in this video, these guys aren't so successful in their dumpster dive. First off, they find some expired baby food, which one of them actually eats.
Jenny said he saw like an apple and pear one or something like that. Give me an apple and pear. What is that?
Squash?
Yeah, I'll take squash.
Really squash?
Yeah, let me get squash. I like squash.
Grab one of them drinks.
Let me get it. There we go.
Grab one of them drinks right there.
Right. Oh.
In the mouth? No. We gotta see it in the mouth.
That's not bad. Here, wash it down. This stuff is good.
And later that night, they find a very unexpected surprise in one of the dumpsters.
No. Moved in there, guys. Guys. Moved in there. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. Moved inside of that dumpster. There is something underneath of that box. I'm not going over there. You look at it. I'm not going over there. That box right there just moved. I'm not even joking. That oh hell no! 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 I freaking cut my arm. Go! You better be. Oh, dude. All right. Are you all right? Dude, what the hell was that? Dude, you gotta be hitting me, bro.
The guys actually uncover a homeless man in the dumpster who angrily comes after them.
I'm not even joking. That oh hell no! 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 No! Oh hell no! I freaking cut my arm. Go!
One of the guys gets a small cut on his arm, but otherwise they manage to escape unharmed. The Cobb Haunted Forest. The Cobb estate was purchased by the city of Altadena, California in 1971. The property and the sprawling 107 acres of forest around it were made into a public park and hiking trails. Soon after, many visitors began to report seeing strange lights and hearing blood-curdling screams and bizarre laughter coming from the woods.
I'll be right back.
The forest soon became known as the Cobb Estate Haunted Forest.
A lot of horrible things happen there, and a lot of bad people hang out there.
Well, when YouTubers Sam and Colby visited the Cobb Haunted Forest for a ghost hunt, they didn't find any ghosts, but they did find a very scary encounter all their own. Almost immediately, the group begins to hear noises and realizes that they're not alone in the woods.
What? Yeah, no. That was a coyote that's you.
You guys are here.
Excuse me.
Wait.
No. Did she just say help me? She just screamed, help me. I see you. Okay. Is there actually some cult going on right now? Dude, I don't know. I'm only here to be the voice of reason so that these other guys don't do anything too stupid. Okay, seriously. It's a group of people over there. There's a group? 100%? Multiple people. Should we get out of here?
Even creepier, the voices in the dark seem to be slowly moving closer to them.
Oh, dang, I instantly paused it. My bad.
You can see it moving. That shadow right there. Okay, I think they're coming. I can't see them on camera, but yeah, we should get... Here, let's get out the flashlights, and if we need to, let's break up. What? We're just...
Break up is a bad thing.
Crazy more cold. I've seen that scary.
Shotgun's good.
It's a whole lot colder.
That's pretty good. Port Fortress is useful just in case of lava. I'm gonna do this first. Because I'm smart.
That sounded like someone getting killed.
Should I keep this or should I switch over to that?
Guys.
We gotta keep moving. This isn't a good idea. Dude, that sounds like there's
Sounds like crazy people.
Sounds like the purge.
Yeah, literally sounds like insane people.
Whoever the strangers in the dark might be,
yeah,
their intentions certainly don't seem to be friendly.
We can't be the first one to go.
In real, talk though, there are people here with us. What are we actually gonna do? Are we staying here right now? He just said call 911. Wait, God, honestly, he just said 911. What?
It sounds like the voices are getting closer.
100%.
So let's choose a and go.
That girl screamed. They're acting like crazy people, and they just said call 911.
Okay,
What is going on?
Just keep walking.
Let's go on. Let's go on.
The group hiding in the dark are following them, getting closer and closer.
They're close.
What gun is that?
What is
Exactly what I needed. A better one.
Like, yo, could the path we're going on lead us like completely to them? Hey, shh. Go, 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 go.
I'm going back to that area.
Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. This is serious. They're actually right next behind.
Sam and Colby just decide to leave, but the strangers are now chasing after them.
No, they're coming right there. Look at them. Look, they're actually coming. Go, 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 go. This is serious.
Am I still good, banana? Kinda. I've been supposed to air a little bit, that's
What's
all.
actually going on? They're right there. Guys, can you see those lights? That's them.
Luckily, the group manages to make it back to the park gate and escape. So much like the ghostly legends of the Cava State Haunted Forest, Sam and Colby did experience lights in the woods, strange screams, and maniacal laughter. But none of it was paranormal in nature. Just some very creepy and possibly dangerous people hanging out in the dark woods late at night. You can watch the entire investigation of Cava State's Haunted Forest over on the Sam and Colby YouTube channel, Behind the Curtain. This video was actually a collaboration between two Estonian urban explorers, ET Explorers and More, and Exploring with Darknet. So this
I did not expect someone to be up here. I just completely owned that guy. That's hilarious.
Anyway, these urban explorers were investigating an abandoned building.
Okay, so the max is 999.
Until 1990.
I was thinking it was going to be a couple thousand because it's floor of lava. But then again, our thing gets up. So then again, it's understandable.
Things start to get a little creepy. At the end of the hallway, there is a white door with the odd phrase "ghost room" scrawled on it in marker. When they try to open the door, it won't budge, even though it's not locked. It's as if something is wedged against the door.
Okay, I'll heal myself real quick. Probably not a good idea to be out here like that, but whatever. 111 up
And we've designed a phone case that can do
or forward.
This is quite scary, and it is my iPhone 7. Ready? Here it goes.
I don't understand.
like this.
What's this supposed to mean? 111 meters that way. Huh. I'm definitely not going to do it in this place because this is not. I'm inside. This is the lava game.
So we designed.
Turn off this commercial. How much left is in this? 212. Okay. Okay then. Why guys? Someone's here. I was not doing my best on that one. I was not using my aim that well.
It looks almost as if someone has intentionally barred the door from the inside with a metal pole. When they enter, they see a curtain or bed sheet covering the door of one of the back rooms. Nevertheless, they continue deeper into the so-called ghost room.
Nah.
One of his friends warns the explorer who calls himself Darknet that he shouldn't continue. But Darknet doesn't listen, insisting on seeing what's behind
I don't know what to be. It's lava, so I guess I can be lava. Pickaxe. Yeah. The what? I didn't see anything. Okay, whatever. I don't know how that's scary for them, but whatever. I guess so. I think that video is fake. It seemed too normal.
Oh my god.
Are you sort of freaked out by that? Because I'm like, really?
Jesus.
Top 5 ghosts caught on camera by ghost hunters.
Oh, wow.
Thing and the Crypt. Ghost hunting YouTuber Franco TV conducted a paranormal investigation inside an allegedly haunted graveyard. In the video, Frank stays so late that he actually ends up getting accidentally locked inside the creepy cemetery by the groundskeeper.
I'm stuck in Jacksonville.
Just jump over, go through the little hole.
As it gets darker, he begins to hear bizarre noises from somewhere among the graves.
Alright guys, so right now, I'm still in this graveyard.
People act so dumb. There's so many people going here though. I'm surprised there are actually this many people. I bet someone already make it down here.
It's freaking spooky. I'm trying to find it, but I don't want to get too close. Look at the size of this thing. Hello?
That's good enough for me right now. I need to move on somewhere else.
Just something very bizarre on camera.
I am heading towards the mausoleum area, which is right in front of me somewhere, right around there.
Yeah, I can able to make it all the way to there without using one of those.
This area one more time, and I'm gonna try to see if I can head out of here because I'm pretty far from the car. All right. All right. There they are, right there.
Oh wow, I actually made it pretty far. That's actually surprising.
Doesn't he look like a person?
Hello.
Poison trap. Yes, please. The new trap is now here.
Top 5 scary things caught on camera. Witches.
Witches?
Witch of Del Rey.
Okay
Rose
then.
was a Hungarian immigrant who ran a boarding house in the Del Rey neighborhood of Detroit, Michigan. Neighbors believed that Rose was a witch and possessed magical powers. Everyone in her boarding house feared her and refused to look her in the eye. But the story gets even creepier, because 12 men, possibly more, passed away under mysterious circumstances while living in Rose's boarding house. Rose was arrested in 1931, and newspapers dubbed her, quote, the Witch of Del Rey. In this next video, a man who
Really? Just because you think she has magical powers doesn't mean you can have the right table arrest someone. Oh my god, back in the old days they're so stupid. And now these days they're still stupid even then.
Del Rey, and it turned out to be resolved by the time I got there, but, you know, some people yell, and then They stopped yelling. By the time I got there, I noticed there were some peculiar noises coming from a neighboring house. Please bear with me. I'm not professional at this, but there's some stills and footage I took.
We're here on Medina Street. What's that? Thing on. The house appears abandoned. A lot about fires, and this looks like an isolated incident coming from within the home. Not very well.
I had no warrant, and I certainly did not want to enter. See for yourself what I saw.
Hello.
Hey, I forgot to do that. I think I messed up on that one.
In the Force, you learn to trust your gut, to trust yourself, and always jeopardize.
Oh yeah.
But
Definitely not a good thing go to Loot Lake. Oh, someone's trying to snap me for sure.
Is this the ghost of the famous Witch of Del Rey taking a quick look out the window? Or is it all just a hoax? You decide. Cabin in the woods. A Twitter poster named Greg claims that after his grandfather passed away, he inherited an isolated lake cabin located deep in the woods. He decided to stay there for the winter while trying to sell the house. But Greg says that someone soon began to leave strange things outside his home, including this odd wooden symbol that was left hanging on his door.
Oh, that's I forgot what that called.
Find more of this around his property. And late one night,
no way! I actually killed him.
He saw this.
I was not expecting that. Okay, who's next? Come on.
Strange woman.
Come on.
And seemingly with only pale skin where her eyes should be, was standing in the darkness outside his home. Greg says that he could only describe the woman as a witch, but he doesn't know who she was or why she was there. Now, of course, most people believe Greg's story to be yet another Twitter ARG or internet horror fiction, but many of his 100,000 Twitter followers believe his story to be something more.
No! No! Fall damage.
100%.
Dang it.
So is this Twitter tale fact or fiction? Is this the true story of a lonely mountain cabin and what could be a mysterious witch in the woods? Or is it just another intricate Twitter creepypasta? You decide. By the way, you can read more of Greg's story on his Twitter at Gregory88. Bruja in the basement. In a very strange video from Colombia, a family claims that they are tormented by the spirit of a bruja or witch who haunts their home. In this clip, they are woken in the middle of the night by bizarre moans coming from downstairs.
Son las 9:30 de la mañana.
Not English, so I'm not going to watch it.
Evident from the potato video quality, this clip has been passed around a security camera outside his home after neighbors told him that some suspicious teens were skulking around his house while he was at work. Sure enough, he caught video of someone who seemed to be casing his home, repeatedly walking up to his house to check things out. Mike posted the video online and notified his neighbors to be on the lookout. Luckily, everything worked out, and there was never a break-in or any property vandalism. Now, cut to 2 years later. Mike still has his motion-activated security camera installed, monitoring the street outside his home. Well, on this particular day, the camera catches something very bizarre. The camera begins recording as Mike's wife pulls into their garage, but the footage is digitally distorted. It's so pixelated that it almost looks like the camera is damaged or receiving some serious interference. But notice the strange figure walking down the sidewalk, and then the video clears for one brief frame to reveal this. For just an instant, we see clear footage of something that appears to be right out of a horror movie. It looks like some misshapen thing with a long nose and a tiny head, dressed in very bizarre clothing. Now, as I mentioned, there is heavy distortion in the clip, but it seems very odd that the person or thing in the video seems to be much more distorted than the surroundings. Mike says that his surveillance camera has never malfunctioned before this clip. It has never malfunctioned since. This is the only time this ever happened. So, what do you think? Is this simply digital distortion rearranging the features of an average person? Could it be someone wearing a mask? And either way, why does this odd glitch only occur right as this person enters the frame? Is it a witch, a creature, a thing, or simply digital distortion? Let me know what you think.
Maybe Slenderman, I don't
Now,
know.
this next clip already appeared in a top 5 list on this channel a year ago. But no top 5 list of witches caught on camera would be complete without it. In fact, this is probably one of the creepiest paranormal videos I've ever seen. So, in the small town of St. Osoph in Essex, UK, there's a very old abandoned prison called The Cage. The prison is unique in that for over 400 years, it served as a jail to confine and execute women convicted of witchcraft. Paranormal researcher Brian Mack and his crew went to the site to perform an investigation into the supposed supernatural activity in the prison. While there, the crew said that they heard strange footsteps and whispers, lights turned on and off by themselves. And members of the crew were bitten or pinched by something that they couldn't see. The experience was so frightening that some crew members actually refused to continue with the investigation. The creepiest and most bizarre experience of all came when Brian Mack's team attempted to perform a seance while Brian observed from the other room.
Face has completely changed. Doesn't he look like a person?
Right, Debbie, you need to come down here for a minute, please.
Weird.
As the seance begins, one of the women's face seems to transform and contort in a horrifying way. Her nose seems to grow and her mouth curves into a bizarre, inhuman grin.
Face has completely changed. Doesn't he look like a person?
Right, Debbie, you need to come down here for a minute, please.
Weird.
Researchers become worried and call the woman out of the room. It was later found that even though the woman had been wearing several layers of thick clothing, she had a bizarre burn mark down the back of her neck. After the investigation, the woman says that she had horrible nightmares and experienced strange things around her home. So was this woman possessed by the spirit of a witch? Or is it all just a trick of the light and the camera angle? A very, very bizarre trick.
Another one?
Let me know what you think.
What's with these signs? Like, come on.
Thanks for watching. For all new videos and clips, check out this week's Facebook extras at facebook.com/nukestop5. And while you're there, if you want to suggest a clip for inclusion in the top 5, just hit the submit message button.
Whatever. Oh my god, it auto walked again. That's the 3rd time this happened to me. Right, auto walk on accident. I don't even know how it's even possible. It does it at the worst time too. That makes it more worse. I shouldn't be down on the floor. I should be back up there. Oh wow, that's a lot of stuff in one spot. Oh wow, you actually gave me a full set where I can actually heal myself and get full shields and everything. I'll use that when I need to. I'm not going to use it right away. And what you're talking about is the Rift Go.
What kind of YouTube videos do you make?
Makeup videos.
Which one's better?
Top 5 unsolved archaeological mysteries. Lady Xin Shui. In 1971, in China's southern Hunan province, researchers discovered a 2,100-year-old burial tomb. Inside the tomb, they found the burial vault of Lady Sin Shui, the wife of the ruler of the Han Imperial fiefdom of Dai. When archaeologists opened the burial vault, they found the body of Lady Sin Shui immersed in some sort of mysterious white fluid. When they cleared the fluid away from the corpse, they were shocked to find that the 2,100-year-old body of Lady Sin Shui still looked like the body of someone who had recently died. Her joints were limber and flexible. Her features were all intact down to her hair and eyelashes, and there was even still red blood in her veins. In fact, the 2,100-year-old body was so well preserved that doctors were able to perform an autopsy on it, removing the still preserved organs to determine that her cause of death had been a heart attack. Scientists were baffled as to how the 2,100-year-old body could still be so well preserved, and began to investigate the unusual white fluid that filled Lady Sin Shui's burial vault. However, the strange liquid could not be identified. Even more bizarre, eyewitnesses said that the liquid turned brown upon being exposed to air. Many of the scientists who opened the tomb reported experiencing a strange rash on their hands after coming in contact with the mysterious burial fluid of Lady Sin Shui. To this day, the body of Lady Sin Shui is the most well-preserved ancient body ever discovered. But just how the body was so well-preserved remains a mystery. The Tomb of Sunken Skulls. In 2009 in Motala, Sweden, archaeologists discovered a sealed stone structure in the bottom of what had once been a shallow lake. When they cracked open the enclosure, they found the 8,000-year-old skulls of 11 people, including men, women, and children. However, this find became truly bizarre once scientists began to study the bones. They were able to determine that the 11 people had been spiked through the head, burned, and then locked inside the sealed tomb. For some reason, one of the skulls even had parts of another skull placed inside it. Theories about the origins of the skulls range from strange ancient burial practices to warriors bringing spiked skulls back to the camp as war trophies. However, no one knows for sure. The fate of the people found in the Tomb of Sunken Skulls still remains a mystery. The Jamestown Cannibals. In 1607, Jamestown, Virginia became the first permanent English settlement in America. Unfortunately, the Jamestown settlers were not really prepared for the harsh new environment of the Americas. Many in the group were wealthy and not used to hard labor. They knew little about how to hunt or even farm the new land. The Jamestown settlers also abused and took advantage of the Native American tribes who tried to help them. The Jamestown residents soon found themselves isolated and left with no steady supply of food. This period of time became known as the Starving Time. The Starving Time lasted from 1609 to 1610, and it is estimated that during this time nearly 80% of the Jamestown residents died of either disease or starvation. It has been reported in 5 different historical accounts that during the Starving Time of 1609 to 1610, the desperate Jamestown residents resorted to cannibalism to survive. However, no evidence of this gruesome story had ever been found. That is, until the discovery of some human remains at the Jamestown site in 2012. The body was that of a 14-year-old girl, whom the researchers called Jane. Jane's body had been dumped in a trash deposit along with dogs, cats, horses, rats, and other animals that had probably been butchered for food by the desperate Jamestown residents. Upon examining the body, scientists found multiple chop and cut marks on the girl's skull that were made by one or more assailants after she died. Anthropologist Doug Owsley said about the injuries to Jane's body, quote, "They were clearly interested in cheek meat, muscles of the face, tongue, and brain. There were also numerous cuts, saw marks, and gouges along her lower jaw made by the tip of a knife to get to the meat, and to remove throat tissue and the tongue." Unquote. Owsley said he thinks a meat cleaver was probably used to remove the tissue. Just how many of the dead bodies at Jamestown were actually cannibalized is unknown, but researchers do not believe that Jane was an isolated incident. The Ashkelon infant grave. In 1988, in Ashkelon, Israel, anthropologists from Harvard University made a gruesome discovery. In the sewer under the site of an ancient Roman bathhouse, they found the remains of over 100 dead babies. Even more disturbing, it was determined that the 100 infant bodies showed no sign of sickness or disease. In all likelihood, the babies had been murdered. They had been placed in the Roman sewer to die. Follow-up studies by forensic anthropologists found that the babies had died within their first week of life. Archaeologists have theorized that the Roman bathhouse may have been the site of an ancient brothel. So the sewer beneath the bathhouse might have served as a grisly method of birth control for the prostitutes that worked there. Since abortions were too dangerous at the time, researchers theorized that the prostitutes would carry their babies to term, give birth, and then place their babies in the sewer beneath the bathhouse to die. However, this is only a theory, and little evidence has been found to show that the bathhouse was indeed a brothel. the mystery of the Ashkelon infant mass grave remains unsolved, and the Ashkelon site has the grim distinction of being the largest mass baby grave ever discovered. The Devil's Bible. The Codex Gigas, or Devil's Bible, is a Latin Bible that is believed to have been created in the early 12th century in Bohemia. At a size of 36 inches tall, 20 inches wide, and 9 inches thick, it is the largest surviving ancient European manuscript. The 310 pages of the Codex Gigas are said to be made from the skins of over 160 donkeys, and the book is so heavy that it requires 2 people to lift. The Codex Gigas is often referred to as the Devil's Bible, possibly because of the strange legend surrounding the book and the fact that for some unknown reason, it features a striking full-page drawing of the devil on one of its pages. A strange supernatural legend follows the Devil's Bible. It is said that the book was written by a monk who had been sentenced to be walled in as punishment for breaking his monastic vows. In an attempt to save his life, the monk vowed that if he was given just one night, he would create a book so amazing that it would glorify the monastery throughout the land. After toiling over the book throughout the night, the monk soon realized that he would never be able to finish the book by morning, so he offered a prayer to Satan himself, offering to give the devil his soul if the devil would finish the book for him before morning. So the story goes that Satan finished the book and signed it with a self-portrait. At least that's the legend. But the true mystery of the Devil's Bible comes from the fact that no one knows exactly how it was created. Scientists theorize that the book took over 20 years to complete. However, handwriting analysis of the book has shown that the text was written by only one author. The handwriting does not change at all throughout the book and shows none of the normal human handwriting signs of time, like changing moods, fatigue, or aging. This would seem impossible if the Devil's Bible was written over 20 years. After all, it's normal for all human handwriting to change at least slightly over time. How the Devil's Bible was created remains a mystery to this day. Abandoned places and ghosts caught on camera. Screen. This next clip was sent to me by a Twitter follower named me1. The video was originally posted to Snapchat by a Saudi ghost hunter who claimed that an abandoned house in this town was haunted by an angry spirit. He decided to investigate. Even before the ghost hunter enters the house, things get a little spooky as we see a light inside, even though the power to the abandoned house has long been turned off. Once inside, things get even more bizarre.
أطلع! وين الصوت يا؟ يا أخي أصوات بكل مكان. إذا في جن يفتح الباب هذا.
The ghost hunter hears slamming doors and blood-curdling screams coming from rooms all over the house. But every time he enters a room, there's no one inside. At one point he even asks the ghost to open the door to prove that it's there, but instead, his spirit seems to angrily slam the door shut.
يا أخي أصوات في كل مكان. إذا في جن يفتح الباب هذا.
Video poster swears that the video is 100% real.
والله أقسم أنها مفبركة.
But what do you think? Did this ghost hunter actually get a ghost caught on camera in this abandoned house? Or is it all just a hoax? You decide. Ghosts or uninvited guests? First off, big thanks to AG Chaos on Twitter for linking me to this clip. YouTuber Dan Bell has one of the most popular urban exploration channels on YouTube. In fact, in my opinion, it's probably the best urbex channel out there. Now, Dan Bell is a pure urban explorer. What I mean by that is that he doesn't do any ghost hunting or...
Give me a Lucky Lotto and a cigar, would you? Sure. You don't sell acid, do you? No. That's too bad, man. This place used to...
paranormal investigation whatsoever. Just explores abandoned places. Now, that makes it especially odd that when he visited an abandoned children's asylum, he seemed to catch some very bizarre activity on camera. Some of it without even knowing what he had filmed until he reviewed the footage later. From the start of Dan Bell's exploration of the children's asylum, strange things begin to happen.
Battery exploded.
Camera battery mysteriously explodes in his hands. Next, Dan doesn't even notice, but his camera starts to catch someone or something moving around inside the asylum. See a strange shadow that looks like a person move on an open door. Next, we very quickly see what could be an eye peeking through a hole in the door. It disappears as Dan approaches. Finally, and perhaps freakiest of all, it sounds like a voice can be heard coming from an empty room nearby. Commenters believe that the voice sounds like someone saying, quote, "Let's get him." But what do you think? Now, some believe the abandoned children's asylum to be haunted, and that the incidents caught on video were paranormal in nature. But Dan Bell has a very different take on what went on in the video. It might be even scarier.
Later on in the video, you're going to see some very strange things, and I want to give you my opinion on what I think was going on. I think that a former patient has returned to this facility, to this house, and is living.
So, what do you think? Is Dan's video evidence of the paranormal or a ghost caught on camera? Or just some mentally disturbed person roaming the abandoned house? Decide. I recommend checking out Dan Bell's channel to watch this full video, and also check out his other great urban exploration videos. Hidden in the Shadows. So, Russian YouTuber Dima Maslenikov has one of the best ghost hunting channels on YouTube. In one of his ghost investigations, he checks out a house that supposedly carries a
Сказал, муж проводил, все успокоилось. Но на следующий день мы узнали, что он умер. И у нас начались какие-то странные вещи.
Dima checks out the house, but doesn't really find much other than a few odd noises. However, when Dima posted the video to YouTube, he got a flood of responses from his regular viewers. It seems that the YouTube community had spotted something that even Dima himself had missed. At one point in the video, as he is filming down a stairway, the camera catches someone or something lurking behind him. What looks to be the bizarre specter of a little girl dressed in a school uniform seems to be watching him as he descends a staircase. As I mentioned before, Dima Maslenikov never even noticed this apparition in his original video. It was pointed out weeks later by YouTube viewers who were absolutely freaked out by the hidden observer. If you'd like to see Dima's original video in full, you can check it out on his YouTube channel. Even if you don't speak Russian, I would recommend turning on YouTube's auto-translate function and giving the channel a try. The Devil's Tramping Ground. Now before this next story, a little background. Devil's Tramping Ground is a circle of ground almost 40 feet in diameter in the woods of Bear Creek, North Carolina. Even though this circle is in the middle of a forest and in an area of heavy vegetation, for some reason nothing grows inside the circle. Researchers can't find any scientific reason for the lack of plant growth. However, local legend says that the Devil's Tramping Ground is cursed. Visitors have claimed that strange voices whispered to them in the night, and campers who slept inside the circle have reported mysteriously waking up miles away, unsure of how they got there. Even more bizarre, many visitors have reported seeing strange shadow beings and entities watching them from the tree line. A YouTuber who calls himself Kevin the Custodian Ghost Hunter has been ghost hunting for over 16 years. In that time, he says that he's never managed to catch a single ghost on video. That is, until one day when he was filming at the Devil's Tramping Ground with his daughter Jane. Completely by accident, he catches something very strange in the background of his video.
I had to get out here in a hurry.
Just as other visitors have reported, some strange form seems to be moving along the tree line of the Devil's Tramping Ground.
I had to get out here in a hurry.
Now, Kevin was nice enough to contact me on Facebook and let me take a look at the original video. After examining the footage for editing artifacts and mistakes, I can say that in my opinion, whatever this is was actually caught on video. This is not CGI. Of course, that's not to say that this couldn't be mist or fog or something else naturally explainable. But I've never seen fog quite like that. But what do you think? Did Kevin catch a real ghost spying on them from the tree line? Or is it just some very bizarre fog? By the way, you can check out Kevin's full video of his Devil's Tramping Ground ghost hunt over on his channel.
4 had to get out here in a hurry.
Alone on a road. Indian motovlogger Moto Tourist had spent the day exploring the ruins of the ancient ghost town of Heaven in India. As he was riding his motorcycle back to his hotel, he took a wrong turn onto an abandoned country road and got lost miles away from the nearest city. Turns out, he was not the only one on the lonely back road. Moto Tourist is a woman wandering along the deserted back road dressed in a bridal gown. He says that when he turned back to check, the woman had disappeared. He was so terrified that he sped away as quickly as he could. So is this a ghost caught on camera on an abandoned road? Is it a very strange hitchhiker? Or is it all just a well-planned hoax? You decide. So, most of the videos in this week's Top 5 were actually sent in to me by viewers. And if you want to submit or suggest any videos for the Top 5, you can do that at facebook.com/nukestop5. Just click on the send message button and link the video. Unfortunately, I don't get to see every single message, but if you attach a scary video or link, it will definitely be passed along to me. By the way, Nuke's Top 5 just hit 1 million subscribers this week. I was a little late screen capping it, so... Well, anyway, a huge thank you to all you guys for supporting this channel, and I'll see you back again next week.
I wasn't country enough, they said. My voice wasn't. Go figure. That's when I really knew I wanted to become a country singer. Country music is its own art form. Some of it may be 3 chords, but so what? As long as everybody's dancing, you know you're doing a pretty good job. I don't know where the king of country came from. I never go around saying, hey, I'm the king. I've just tried to make good rap.
Nightbot died again. Oh dear. Today is the day of everything going sideways. Come on. Alright. Go over here, Zergling. Here. Do it. Do it. I dare you. Not gonna do it? Ow! You did it. Okay. Oh, there's another one. Aha! Got you. Any more over here? Alright, normal deposit. And normal deposit. Okay. Not too bad. 4 normal deposits. Description as to the tree.
I need to pause that. So many people using roof to goes. Oh, why did I pause it?
Here, another Zergling.
I could just mute it since it's alive. It's okay. Yeah. No, it's not gonna be over there. So I can just be here. But Gosh, that thing's open. Someone can ambush me with that so easily. Yay. Where's the circle? Oh. I think I can use the launch pad to get across there. And is there a mountain nearby in here? That one, but that's not that good. Okay. Vehicle there. That's even better. No! Come on! Why you gotta be like that? Ugh. Oh, those are separate? Okay.
Dodge. Beat you down. Ow. One of the big red variants. These guys have terrible abilities. Fortunately, I am Mr. Stabby Stabby, and you are no longer here. Okay. We have one node here. We have the other nodes right there. Are you a pure node? Yes! We have a pure node, boys. I'm gonna want this guy too. But he will be secondary to the lot. Because I've got 4 normal nodes over there. Not that I can fully utilize a pure node anyways. Wasn't there 2 over here? I could have sworn there was 2 over here. Alright, so this is the dense forest biome. At least the outskirts of it. We in another world, with the multiplayer world actually, we started right over here and ended up scaling this mountain by traveling from where were we? You guys wanna visit our where is it? Our base in the other world. Look, there's that guy, Zergling. This is definitely a parkour mountain here. Just jump right over here, go all the way to the top, collect alien artifact. I do have enough concrete to just build a giant staircase all the way up here, but I kind of want this guy. Okay. Alright. Alright. Very good. Can't you make 4 little conveyors and combine them into a big one? I don't know what you mean by that. I'll just run down from here, all the way around the corner. Should just be able to hop right down here. Alright. Heal up real quick. Hi, Zerling. Oh, this. I remember this sulfur. I mined this little deposit in particular. Get juked, by the way. I remember this deposit in particular that I was mining. Sulfur tree currently not accessible in the game because it's not implemented yet because this game is early access. And was this the coal node we were mining? Yes, this is indeed the coal node we were mining in the other world. Nice. Hello, Yannick. Welcome to the live stream. Yes, right now alien artifacts are just collectibles. They are work in progress, and they're supposed to do things, but right now they do nothing. More sulfur. I want to visit where we built our core in the other world. Oh dear. If only I had a chainsaw. Get the purple slug in the cave? It's not a bad idea, actually. Right, come on. There we go. If this stream looks a little bit, choppy for you guys, I had to turn my bitrate down because my ISP hates me. So hopefully it's not going to be too bad for you guys. Alright, and this is where we built our actual base, only I'm below. I need to get up top. Great ending. Yes, it's quite enjoyable. We should be picking that up. Oh, raw quartz. I want quartz too. I will have to get back to that later. What does sulfur do right now? Nothing. It is implemented into the game in that it exists. There are nodes, there are mines that you can extract of it, but it's not it doesn't actually do anything just yet. There's no way to craft with it. Alright, so let's grab these berries, because I kind of need the berries. Hi, parrot, bird, thing! I have no need to science you. Copper. Here we go. Is this just Subnautica on land? No. This is more like Factorio, which is not like Subnautica at all. It does have a graphic style similar to Subnautica. Okay. I think we should be right up here. The sandstone. Let's continue going this way, just so I avoid the rock face. Hey, look, guys! It's our starting area for the northern forest. Isn't it pretty? Oh, how I don't miss this place. Oh, there's coal right there. It's so nice. This should look familiar to a lot of you guys. Alright, let us collect that purple slug. Oh wait, I need the chainsaw to get into the... I can't collect the purple slug right now. No, it's like right next to us and I can't get it because I don't have a chainsaw. Sadness. Where's all the concrete? With bauxites. Yes. Okay. That got renamed, I think that was Samuel. You have building and planning assembly lines and such? Oh yes, I know that feel all too well. Alright, let's go ahead and head back to our space elevator. Okay, this is...
Okay, I'm going to stop streaming now.
Times on this. There should be a drop down point right here if I recall correctly. Where was it?